Hey guys, it's John here with Next Level, America's mobile service authority. I'm coming to you from sunny San Diego, California, the world headquarters of AGA Tools, and I'd like to introduce you to a very special friend of mine, Mr. Martin Christensen. Hey Martin.
Hey John, thank you very much for the introduction. For those of you guys that have never heard about AGA Tools, we are a tool company that started back in 2005, manufacturing special tools, primarily for BMW and European cars. About 3 years back, we started getting into mobile service equipment and tools. And here is where John comes in. He literally is Mr. Next Level for the mobile service when it comes to the software and the appointment setting and that kind of stuff. And we don't do any of that. We only do hard parts like I'm about to show you right here. So let's dive into it and take a look. Performing an oil change at a customer's workplace or house really is next level service. And it is here to stay. It has had a huge drive in the last year, and it can be really problematic if you spill oil during that process. That's why we have developed the Clean Oil series. Let me show you how it works. The key to performing clean oil changes is the clean oil drain plug. It's a small valve that installs into the oil drain pan in a regular vehicle and takes the place of the factory oil plug. That allows you to connect a tool that interfaces with it and cleanly and fast sucks out the oil. But a very relevant question might be, how do we get the plug in without making a big mess in the first place? Right here, we have an oil pan set up, and the way that we do it is we have a vacuum that you can turn on with a remote. We connect an adapter to the oil fill plug that would be on the valve cover, and we use this vacuum regulator. Once you turn that vacuum on, you create a vacuum on the crankcase. It's regulated so it doesn't damage PCV valves or seals. The vacuum holds up the oil, and you can in just a matter of seconds change out the oil plug. Let me show you how. We're gonna turn on the vacuum here. You're gonna take the factory oil drain plug and move it out of the oil pan. I have the plug in my hand right here. As you can see, absolutely no oil coming out whatsoever. Obviously, the motor, the oil pan, everything will be installed into the car. Now, you take the clean oil drain plug and install it back into the oil pan. Now we turn off the vacuum. This process only takes a couple of seconds. Why is this important? It's important because dealers wanting to install the oil drain plug doing a PDI or pre-delivery inspection or a CPO or certified pre-owned, they want to put the plug in so the car is mobile ready for getting serviced in the field. Now, if they have to drain the oil, getting oil all over, everything like that, it'll take way too much time, cost way too much money. So this is a big step of the whole process. Now that we have the oil drain plug with the valve installed into the pan, this is how easy it is to drain the fluid. You take the drain tool and connect it up to the oil drain plug. You tighten it up until it seals to the plug. Once you're there, you can turn this knob, and the knob is heat insulated, so even if you have a glowing red hot car, just came off the freeway, you can still do the oil change without one of your employees getting burned. Turn the knob all the way in, and it internally opens up the valve in the plug. Now you turn on the pump. It's battery powered, no wires needed, no air needed, anything like that. Super simple. It sucks out 5 liters of fluid in about 40 to 60 seconds, depending on how warm the vehicle is. Now, once it's done draining the oil, simply close the knob back up by coming out counterclockwise. It will seal off first to the plug, and then as you come out further, to the tool itself. You leave it running all the way until the oil tool is disconnected. What that does is it empties out the space between the plug and the tool, and not a single drip will come out onto the ground. Once the oil change is complete, very important, you must install the sealing cap. This makes sure that we have a redundant system between the valve and the sealing cap itself. We have this tool that goes on and is set to the correct torque value. That's it. This unit right here that we just used for the demo is our ultra compact system. It's designed to go into a really small vehicle, like for instance a BMW X3 or maybe a Ford Escape. Something really compact that's easy to get around town, but still can do mobile oil changes. Now, it has the pump installed on top. It kind of wheels around like a battery charger, and it has a 5-gallon capacity. If you need more capacity, we offer another caddy like this that has an additional 5-gallon capacity. Both units clip right into the vehicle with this aircraft latch, so they don't come flying around while driving around or if the driver gets in an accident. So what we found during this process of trying to go mobile, we found out that technicians in the shop really like this because of how clean and fast it is, and no more messes, no more splashing and stuff like that. So when a car comes in that has a plug in it, or you can install it with a vacuum regulator, simply connect the tool, flip on the pump here, and suck the oil out. And what that does is prevents any splashing whatsoever. On a traditional oil drain plug, when you take it out and even you try to be super fast, it splashes oil out to the side. When that happens, it can get on to the bottom belly pan covers or chassis stiffening plates, and then later drip in a customer's driveway. That causes a huge upset and sometimes a cutback for the shop. What I have behind me here is all the different types of systems that we offer. They're basically designed to go into a vehicle of your choice and be able to do an oil change in the field very easy. All the systems operate on 12 volt, so there's no need for big noisy generators or air compressors. This system here is our compact system. It is designed to fit into a small vehicle and or truck. It, for instance, fits perfectly into a Ford Transit Connect or a Dodge ProMaster City. Here we have a system. It has 20 gallons of new oil times 2. So you can have your viscosity of oil that you choose. It has 40 gallons of used oil in the center tank. Now, on each side for each tank, you have a preset meter, so you can set it to, for instance, 5.5 liter, hit go, and it automatically fills that and stops. To activate the system, simply turn this timer and you can start dispensing oil. That's the same for both left and right side tank. Now, in order to extract oil out of a vehicle, you have the pump. This remote pump has a tool that provides suction. It's also battery operated, so no wires or nothing needed in order to get it going. This stores right here in the cradle up above. Now, here we have a slot where you can have your floor jacks installed. Now, they lock in with a brand like this and come out. This system is shown with an optional toolbox. You can choose to have this, or you can have a bigger toolbox in the front of the vehicle. However, having it in the back makes it very handy. It's right there where you have the hose wheels coming out. Then, by the way, come out 50 feet from the vehicle. So you don't have to be parked right next to the vehicle that you're working on. These toolboxes are super deep and allow for a lot of tool storage, and there's 2 drawers like that. On top of that, we have the torque tool, the adapters, and the vacuum regulators living right here where they're handy where you need them. This hose wheel right here, all the way to the right, is your 50-foot air hose wheel. Super handy when it comes to setting tire pressures. This is part of a normal service. This is our mid-size system. It offers 2 times 10 gallons of new oil, same dispensers, same oil extraction pump that comes out 50 feet right here. Difference is it's way more open. You can pass things through. You can place a toolbox here. You can have part bins. You have space on top of here for the vacuum cleaners and so forth. So if you desire to have this kind of a layout, this system is available and at about the same price. This is our full-size system. It offers you 4 times 10 gallons of new oil. Now, this system is designed to go into a full-size vehicle like a Mercedes Sprinter, Ford Transit, or a Dodge Ram. Now, the purpose of this is it has 2 towers, and the towers are pushed out to the side and it stands up tall. This allows you to keep the entire rear cargo area open. So if you have a van where you're set up with tire machines and balancer in the front, this allows you to also do oil out of the same van, but keep the entire back space open for new and used tire storage. This bolts into the van, it stabilizes itself right here, and on this side you have the air hose wheels. This layout with the dispensers and everything else also comes out 50 feet. For all our systems, we offer a universal install kit. This represents the footprint of the oil system, whichever one you choose. This is made out of a super high density marine grade plywood. and it's very strong. So you simply take this, put it in a vehicle where you want the oil system to go. From the bottom of the vehicle, you drill up and install the bolts in from here with the large load spreading washers that is supplied with the kit. Now you set the oil system in and simply bolt it down to the already pre-drilled machined holes in the plywood. It is a super simple process. Obviously, you can take your van to a van upfitter, but it is also possible to do this on your own.
Wow, Martin, that was amazing. Thanks so much for having me today. I've got to tell you that I'm absolutely thrilled that my company Next Level is working together with AGA Tools to provide our mobile service providers A to Z solutions for business efficiency. And I've also got to say that in the hundreds of upfits I've seen in the last few years, AGA Tools provides one that is head and shoulders above all the rest.
John, thank you so much for coming to AGA Tools. I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea about what AGA Tools is all about and how our Clean Oil series functions.